It was supposed to be the deal of the century. A new map for a new world, a Western counter to China's Belt and Road, the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, or IMEC, a ribbon of ports, rail, and data connecting 8 billion people. At its heart, a transformed Middle East united by the Abraham Accords. At its center, Israel's port of Haifa, the indispensable bridge between East and West. Then Netanyahu attacked Iran. When Iranian missiles slammed into Haifa, the real damage wasn't to infrastructure. It was to Israel's risk profile. Overnight, insurance premiums for ships tripled. According to David Smith of insurer McGill Partners, the cost of a 7-day voyage to Israeli ports jumped from 0.2% to as high as 1% of a ship's value. Haifa is now too risky to anchor a global infrastructure project like IMEC. Meanwhile, Houthi attacks shut down Israel's Red Sea port of Eilat. Gideon Golber, port CEO, testified that the port has been non-operational for 8 months due to attacks, no revenue. 99% of Israel's imports arrive by sea. It is effectively an island economy, and its ports are all one crisis away from total shutdown. The war in Gaza has put the Abraham Accords on life support. Scenes of genocidal violence, streamed 24/7 across the Arab world, have made Israel politically radioactive. The accords may still exist on paper, but no Arab government will dare sign them now. Palestinian scholar Dana L. Kurd wrote, "Pro-Palestine activism is a crucial driver of oppositional politics in the Arab world, the gateway to dissent." Across the region, protests were multiplying at a speed that made regimes fear they were losing control. So the repression began. But the genie is out of the bottle. Gaza is no longer just about Palestine. The now viral chant of the ultras from Morocco's Raja Casablanca Football Club says it all. It links the Palestinian struggle with the Arab struggle against corrupt and complicit Arab governments. When protesters chant for Palestinian freedom, they're also demanding their own freedom. And that terrifies Arab autocrats. The fury over Gaza has reawakened memories of the Arab Spring, when decades-old regimes collapsed in weeks. Gaza is also shifting public opinion in the West. According to a Pew poll, Democrats' unfavorable views of Israel rose from 23% in 2015 to a staggering 69% in 2025, Republicans from 11 to 24%, and independents from 25 to 52%. In a stunning upset, Zoran Mamdani, a Muslim advocate of BDS and critic of Israel's status as a Jewish state, trounced AIPAC-backed Andrew Cuomo in the New York City Democratic mayoral primary. New York City is home to the largest Jewish population of any city outside Israel. In exit polling, Mamdani captured around 20% of the Jewish vote, while the AIPAC-backed candidate only managed 31%. How did this collapse in support happen? The carefully crafted illusion Israel maintained since its founding is dead, and Israelis killed it. The world has been shocked and horrified by TikTok videos of IDF soldiers laughing over war crimes, viral clips of Israelis mocking the deaths of children in Gaza, and Israeli politicians openly calling for ethnic cleansing and collective punishment. Israel once hid the brutality of its occupation. Now it's proudly live-streaming it to the world. Then there's Trump. His trade wars and erratic diplomacy have made the U.S. a high-risk partner. The Saudis were joining the Abraham Accords in exchange for U.S. security guarantees. But are guarantees from someone like Trump worth anything? By law, the U.S. gives Israel the most advanced F-35 fighter jets under its qualitative military edge policy, funded by American taxpayers. Saudi Arabia, by contrast, pays billions for downgraded versions, tied to U.S. conditions and vulnerable to Washington's political whims. But in May 2025, the world watched Pakistan's Chinese J-10C fighters humiliate India's elite French Rafales. So why should the Saudis keep subsidizing Israel's military advantage when they can get better tech for less from their biggest oil customer? Egypt is set to receive its first J-10Cs this year. Iran is next, expected to field not just the J-10C, but eventually the J-35, China's answer to the F-35. Meanwhile, waves of Chinese cargo planes have been vanishing from radar over Iranian airspace, likely delivering HQ-19 missile defense systems and other cutting-edge hardware. China has become the world's high-tech manufacturing hegemon, dominating every sector it targets. Now it's zeroing in on defense, replacing the U.S. as the military backbone of the new Middle East, and erasing Israel's technological edge in the process. Gaza has become the ultimate test of legitimacy in the Muslim world, rendering centuries of sectarian division increasingly irrelevant. Need proof? A Shia militia in Yemen, the Houthis, have sacrificed their lives and endured bombing campaigns by the US, UK, and Israel to defend a Sunni population in Gaza. Their actions have elevated them to hero status across the Sunni Arab world. Nuclear-armed Sunni Pakistan threw its full support behind Shia Iran when Israel attacked. In an unprecedented diplomatic moment, the foreign ministers of Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey, and more than 24 other nations issued a joint statement at the UN, speaking with one voice. Notably, Saudi Arabia refused to join the US and UK bombing campaign against the Houthis, a profound shift in its traditional alliances. Gaza did the impossible. It united Arabs, Turks, and Iranians. The foundations of Israel's regional strategy, the Abraham Accords, and the India-Middle East-Europe corridor are crumbling. IMEC is dead. Trump has shown no interest, India won't fund it, and Israel is no longer a viable hub. Only one player remains standing: China's Belt and Road Initiative. The ancient trade routes of Asia's golden age are being revived, linking east to west while bypassing both Israel and the United States. From Egypt to Oman, Djibouti to Qatar, Chinese state-owned firms are financing and constructing nearly every major port, rail hub, and industrial zone along the Gulf and Red Sea. Follow the money, follow the trade routes, follow the supply chains of the emerging Middle East. Israel didn't just miscalculate. It triggered a seismic realignment fatal to its interests. It remains trapped in Netanyahu's bubble, blind to the fact that its own actions have already made it a dead man walking. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you would like to see more content like this.